Haven't you ever heard of the healing power of laughter? Now get out of here! Batman. Alright, so Batman came out in 1989. It was directed by Tim Burton, and it was a very different kind of Batman that we had. There were some dark graphic novels that came out before then, but this was the first one that mainstream audiences got to be like, whoa. So that's Batman. No pow, no thwop, no thwap when they get hit. All really dark gothic shit. All right, that's cool. I mean, you had Michael Keaton as Batman. Some people were like, what? But a little known fact about comedic actors, they have a dark side inside them. They can pull from that. That's why they're funny, because they deflect with humor. He totally worked as Batman. He didn't talk a lot when he was in the suit. He was just like, you know, walking around like, I'm Batman. That's how he said it. He didn't have a throat infection like Bale. Although I prefer the Bale Batman. That's just me though. Like Christian Bale Batman was more stealth than Michael Keaton's Batman. I mean, Michael Keaton's Batman used stealth tactics, like he'd jump off a roof, people would look down, he's gone. But in the end, Christian Bale's Batman was Ninja Batman. I like Ninja Batman. The funny thing, you think about things like, you know, Vicky Vale is his love interest in this movie. It's Kim Basinger. She has her Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi braid on the side of her head from the 80s. And she's like, oh, what's with that alley? And then they do a lot of digging and find out, oh, Bruce Wayne's parents were shot in that alley. You would think that would be common knowledge. That'd be like Bill Gates' parents being killed. I think everyone would know about that. But I guess this is a different take on Bruce Wayne. And Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne's a public figure. In this Batman, he's just this rich guy who knows rich people, and I guess a lot of people don't know about his past. Yeah, well, that's fair enough. One of the downsides in this movie is Commissioner Gordon. I like the Commissioner Gordon that works with Batman. They collaborate, you know, they do cool things. They're trying to take out crime. Because you see that the mob is really prominent in this movie. Crime is huge. No one likes Gotham. It's the pits. But Commissioner Gordon never works with Batman. I mean, he gets the bat signal at the end of the movie, but really, there's no collaboration. I feel like if Commissioner Gordon was never in this movie at all, the movie would be no different. That kind of sucks to make Commissioner Gordon kind of a weak character like that. But one of the strongest points in Batman is Jack Nicholson's Joker. In fact, this movie should have been called Joker. It's more or less the origin story of Joker, and Joker just killing everything, so hey, call it Joker. And Jack's Joker, for what they were doing in this movie, was completely awesome. Like the scene where he fries the guy with the electric ring, it's just like, bzzz! He had that crazy laugh where people laugh so hard like they're out of breath. And what I like about this is there's no definitive way to be like, oh, that's the only Joker that exists ever. I say that about Heath Ledger's Joker, but in reality, it's all opinion. I mean, the movies are kind of like comic books and graphic novels. You have different stories, different takes, different writers, different ways they portray the characters. And that's what I like about this. If you like Heath Ledger's Joker, awesome, you have that. If you like Jack Nicholson's Joker, awesome, you have that. With all these different takes on the Joker character and the Batman stories, you can kind of pick your poison. But I am going to compare this to the Christopher Nolan Batmans because, well, it has the Joker and his Batman, and well, he's done that too. And for me, I loved this Batman so much because of the Joker when I was younger. And then the Christopher Nolan Batman came out and I found a Joker that I personally liked more. So then I look back at this Batman and I'm like, I like this Joker less than the Heath Ledger Joker personally. So the movie loses a bit of its gravity for me because the one that carried the Batman movie in 1989 was Jack Nicholson's Joker. Makes sense? It does to me. However, Batman is a kick-ass action movie. It has a cool villain played by a really good actor who I will say was probably born to play the Joker in 1989. I will say less acting was applied from Jack Nicholson playing the Joker because it was just natural to him. He's Jack Nicholson on screen. In fact, I don't even know if he knew he was being filmed. That being said, it worked for the movie. And this Batman was a leap. It was a really ballsy move to take Batman into such a dark tone. Since before that, we had pow, wham, thwomp. And now we're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll have Joker fry people with a ring. The only person I've ever met who didn't like this movie was this real art freak back in like the 80s or early 90s. My family knew her. She shit a chicken when the Joker and his crew and that one guy that looked like a Bobo from Double Dragon was just going nuts painting over all those paintings. Yeah, she didn't like the movie after that. I laughed just because she didn't like the movie. I wasn't a dick as a kid, I swear. I will always have a spot in my heart for this movie. I bought it on Blu-ray, and so I will give it the rating I would buy it and did buy it on Blu-ray. However, if you live and die by the Nolan movies and you've never seen this movie before, you might hate it because it just doesn't have what you've grown to love. Just being realistic. I'm not saying it should or shouldn't be like that. That's just the situation. All right, so your favorite Batman villain of all time. We're talking favorite Batman villain and where he or she was represented. Graphic novel, movie, cartoon, animation, doesn't matter. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.